Thanks for coming. Hope everyone had a great day. Also, hope you had some food to stay enough energy for the entire afternoon. So today I'm going to talk about trustless agent, especially on the topics regarding verified execution, because this is something that we have been working on since the very beginning, which is a special thing called a trusted execution environment. This has been becoming the kind of foundational layers for a lot of executions. Last year, I think we all see how rollups are using this for rollups. And starting this year, we've seen how AI agent projects has been using TE for verifiable compute, which become a essential part of the agentic economy. So why this matters? If you look at the entire landscape right now, everything is becoming vibing, right? Ever since LLM came out, we turned a lot of industry into kind of AI native industry. People have been doing a lot of generations on content, including starting from text, now moving towards videos, audios, or even more like apps, because we've seen people doing vibe coding a lot. Apparently, we just blindly trust AI. There will be issues. If you look at what this guy did, so it starts very, very nice. Vibe coding really helped a lot, but in the end, it might just delete your production database, which can be a very serious uptime issue. So how to prevent this from happening? Honestly, there's no 100% solutions. So you could put up as many protection as possible, but ultimately, if you want to do it right from the very beginning, the best way is to make it verifiable so that you have confidence that whatever compute is going on, whatever agent execution is doing, you have the confidence in it. So no longer vibing, but with more confidence using verifiable compute. This is, I think, one of the recent kind of a landscape that we can imagine after we know so many different components and new protocols coming out. There's one trend going on, which is everything has become AI native, because the interface is no longer for human. A lot of interfaces now are made for AI agents, for LLM models to consume. Starting from the Model Context Protocol (MCP), which I think, which there has been a quite interesting meme. There's more builders right now on MCP rather than users. That's true because MCP is not made for end users. It's made for models. Also, we've seen agent-to-agent A2A protocol, which is an essential part for different agents communicating with each other. In the future, your agent, your personal agent, just need to talk to others' agents, the service agent, to get things done. And also recently, we've seen the new protocols like agent payment protocol, also the extension including X402 payment protocol coming up because it really ties it with the on-chain economy. And now we have a way to make payment, agentic payment, in order to use some of the paid services. Also, we've seen very recently a new EIP came out from the collaborations from Ethereum Foundation and other folks. They mentioned about how agents should set up on-chain identity so that there will be a broader ecosystem built around it. We will also look into that in the next few slides. So if you zoom out a little bit and try to see what's happening now, we are seeing a very composable stacks handling each of the pieces that has been missing before. So now with this kind of agentic economy in mind, what you need to do is try to adopt these standards, try to fit it into your product design, fit into your kind of economy design, so that your apps, your services could be more AI native. Maybe let's walk through a kind of user story, a very, very realistic one that could be happening soon. So if you're a user, you're trying to book your tickets to maybe DevConnect in Argentina soon. So imagine that you can do this already. You just talk to your agent, tell them your need. You have on-chain balances, so you'd like to use your maybe ETH. But of course, there will be some gaps because some of the flight and hotel companies are still not taking ETH natively. They will take fiat or they will take USDC stablecoins. So there are a few more steps to be done, like in this request. So initially, with everything in mind, what's going to happen is your personal agent, of course, by working with so many different models, it will try to understand the need and try to break it down into smaller tasks. That would naturally include like querying the like on-chain registry to understand what are the available agents that your agent can use. So naturally, it will find the maybe the DeFi agent, the travel agent to help you source different providers. Then, like when the travel agent and DeFi agent take over, it will start working on like getting the information and eventually present the result back to the your personal agent. Then your personal agent would get the result, try to understand it, phrase it in a way that is easier for you to understand. Also, we'll try to compare all the options and try to select the best for you. So next is actually the execution. So I mean, throughout the like the sourcing the deal, what happened behind the scene is all the like agents will talk to their corresponding services. I mean, we still need to do that because nowadays services are still kind of built for legacy, right? Your agent have to behave like a human, try to talk to those APIs, understand the context, and try to eventually come up with the right information. So your personal agent next is to handle the payment and settlement. And fortunately, because you entrust this agent, so naturally it should be able to access your on-chain kind of balances, maybe through signatures or maybe it directly control the keys. So all it needs to do is just get the final confirmations after presenting all the deals. So normally, just like you using ChatGPT, you could just say, okay, please go ahead. It will just go ahead and try to finish the payment, present the payment proof, which is going to be an on-chain transaction, to the merchant. Then merchant can just like finish the entire deal, like get the payment, get the booking done, get the flight, get the hotels as well. And lastly is the like the ending part of the loop. So because it's important to have a on-chain economy and also the registries information is maintained. So because you don't have to take care about that, your agent would do this automatically. It will try to put a feedback on-chain and try to give kind of attestations to show whether the service agent are doing good or bad. So all this information will be kind of public as well, so that future agent users could take a look on-chain or at least find indexes on-chain and eventually like contribute back to this kind of public good registry. So apparently in this workflow, there are still issues because that was just a great imagination if everything checks out. So what's going to happen right now is you probably don't really trust your personal agent with all the credentials. It's going to be super risky because if it's going wrong, it might just send your credentials to somewhere else. So it doesn't feel safe. Secondly, all the service agent that's running by other third parties, again, because they have access to your personal information, this might be a bigger concern. They might still behave like the traditional Web2 companies. They massively collect information. I try to build a recommendation system, which nowadays doesn't make sense to you because it's strongly violates all your personal privacy right. And thirdly, the models. I think it's inevitable that we now have to work with the private models because those are the best. So what's going to happen is, because now we are just relying on trust. If Anthropic, if OpenAI say they're not going to use your data for training, you can only just trust that. But we hope that in the future, there's a way to verify this claim so that you don't really need to worry about your information being used for training. And luckily, this has been some of the breakthroughs that's happening right now because people have been pushing the boundaries by using some of the verifiable compute technologies, TEs and zero knowledge as well. So I'm going to share more about the TE front because TE has been quite useful in terms of providing confidentiality, integrity, and last piece, the remote attestation, because this is the kind of the keystone in order to make sure you or any other users can verify like the services running inside the TE. And it could host many different things as well, not just the typical like executions that you've seen before. Nowadays, you could also run agent entirely inside TE. Like not only just your personal agent, which handles your private keys, and because it's running an enclave, so it's able to kind of secure the key, and the key doesn't have to leave the enclave at all. And when it's used for service agent, you can truly trust that the information that gets sent to the service agent, the third parties, is not exposed, it's not collected or kind of abused by the service providers. And lastly, if you can, I mean, people have been doing this, trying to run the entire AI models inside TE, given that NVIDIA has been building on the same kind of technology. They have released GPU models that has TE support. So this actually paved the way for model companies to really run the whole thing inside a like enclave inside the TE. And more importantly, everyone can get to verify that if they ever publish the attestation somewhere. So next thing is quite important. Where those attestations going to be published? So I think we now have an answer. It will get published on chain. That's also why ERC 4004 is doing. They're establishing the on-chain identity registry, which kind of record all the agents' behaviors, all the agents' reputations, as well as their attestations. So throughout this, you get to like post attestations as part of the record, but like there has been challenges too because those raw informations were made for initially for like traditional internet. It's not made for on-chain computation, so it has very high gas cost if you want to do it natively. Verify those attestations on chain. Also, some attestation protocol like Intel protocols has a lot of like maintenance overhead. So these are still challenges that like typical projects are facing when dealing with TEs. That's why since starting from like last year when we rolling out the 2.0, we have been building on the on-chain attestation protocols as well as SDKs, which covers the majority of TEs nowadays, from Intel to AMD to even AWS Nitro enclaves. And I think the most highly used like protocol so far is the DCAP protocol, which has been used by rollup companies building multi-prover, used by agent companies as well building their verifiable agent. And recently, we're gonna open source the Nitro Enclave attestation protocol as well, which gonna cover some of the needs that coming from the companies who use AWS. Of course, we also built this dashboard to really bring down the complexity when dealing with Intel attestations, because many team has been like raising the issue that they have to frequently update the collaterals on chain so that the entire attestation protocol can still work. So now with this dashboard, you don't have to really like maintain it. You could just like entrust these services because it automatically tracks all the collaterals on chain. It will help you to renew it if it's about to expire. So this is actually our vision. We're now building the kind of trust layer for all the agents across all the rollups, EVM chains, as well as maybe Solana, because that's also the like newly supported layer that we have done. So lastly, please find us online through the like documentations and social channels. Hope that we can all start building the more AI native applications and services and integrate with on-chain economy. Thank you.